KD7ZYM, K9PQ. KD7ZYM, K9PQ. K9PQ clear.
WW7ATS.
W1KLG.
WW7ATS, Whiskey Uniform 7 November, listening on 147.080.
Good evening, everyone. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel Yankee Bravo. You want me to act as net control tonight? K7HYB.
Good evening, Gary. This is James, WU7N. I think it might just be the two of us.
W1KLG. Well, I knew I heard Ken in there. And I also heard Bob. K9PQ, you there too, Bob?
WB7BHN's here.
Good evening, James. How are you? Ron said he might not make it tonight because he had a birthday party to go to. So, anyway, I don't hear Dave at this moment, so I'll pick up who we have here and carry it from there. Give me the call. Give me the roll call again. James, WB7BHN, they're there.
Ken, W1KLG.
James, WU7N.
Okay. Any others? K7HYB. Hearing none. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel Yankee Bravo, and I'll open the net for the Western Washington Amateur Telephone Society Wednesday night net, or Saturday night net, sorry. Lost a couple of days there. And got a chance to meet up with a bunch of people at the meeting today. Didn't get a whole lot done, but we had some lively discussions. Had a lot of trouble with Skype too. So, in opening the net, I don't have a script here like Dave's got, so I'm going to kind of wing it here, I guess. But is there anybody on the frequency that needs the repeater for priority traffic, K7HYB? Hearing none, I will commence the net at about 10 past the hour. Not too many participants tonight for the, let me put my call sign up on the repeater at least. It's a group of Amarillo people that indulge in fast scan television transmissions. Both simplex and through a repeater. The repeater is located on Cougar Mountain with an input on 440 megahertz and the output on 1.2 gigahertz. If you'd like more information on that particular situation, you can see our streaming at WW7ATS. Do a search, Google search on WW7ATS, and there's a, that'll bring it to our website. And up on the upper bar, all the way to the right, there's a streaming sign up there. If you click on that, you'll see what we're actually transmitting, which right now is my mugshot. It was like somebody might give me some feedback. Looks like a lot of noise up there tonight. Anyway, we'll pick up Jim down there in Rochester. Down to you, WB7BHN, K7HYB.
WB7BHN. Well, there's not much news going on here other than I think I've got a urinary infection or something, and I couldn't get an appointment to see the doctor before Monday. And I called them on Thursday or Friday or something, and Monday was the earliest appointment I can get, so I guess I'll have to put up with it till then, or to find out what it is exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It feels like that anyway. Other than that, there's not too much going on. The weather's been kind of nasty and wet and rainy, but I guess it's supposed to get better next week. Supposed to have some good weather, which is good because I've got two things I got to do on the house here. I got to put up a couple of lights after I put the siding on it, and put the doorbells back on it, and a few things like that. Just minor stuff, but something to do is keep me busy if the weather gets good enough. So with that, we'll turn it back to net. WB7BHN.
WB7BHN, K7HYB for the net. Yeah, I could empathize with you on that. I've had a couple of those in my other life. They're not any fun. Anyway, I heard Bob in there too, but maybe he had to bail out for some reason or other. If you're listening, Bob, I think I've got Ron's problem solved, and I've got all the stuff here on my bench to fix it up. Anyway, if you kick in there, and we'll discuss a little bit more. Let's say good evening to Ken. Let's see how things are going along with him. W1KLG, K7HYB.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's like a little smaller net. That's fine. I don't normally get on Saturday, but got home a little early and thought I'd jump in here and see if I could find out what was going on. And good to hear you. Thanks for taking over the net, Gary. Appreciate it. And I've got a friend here that's listening in, kind of checking stuff out. And that's about it. I just wanted to get in on it. I didn't have anything particular to share, so I'll listen to see what else we got. I don't know if we got any technical stuff or if we're just going to hang out. So let's go from there. W1KLG.
W1KLG, K7HYB, net control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. And good evening to all of those who are hanging out there, listening. If there's anybody that's interested in what we're doing, feel free to check in, and we'll try to fill you in on what we do. Like I said, we have a television repeater on Cougar Mountain, and operates on 400 megahertz in and 1.2 gig out. If you've got the equipment, it's an analog repeater. So, anyway, well, it's nice to have you, Ken. It's nice to hear you. It sounds like you've got your PL problem solved, and you're solid tonight. You're 5x5. It's really nice. James, your next step, WU7N, K7HYB. How about it?
Good evening, Gary. Good evening, everyone else. This is James, WU7N. Well, Gary, one piece of news, that small liquid crystal display monitor definitely does work. Why don't you go ahead and throw signal back up again?
Okay, just a minute. Would you like my call sign?
Oh, I can see your face right now on the 1.2 gigahertz downlink. That's fine. I don't know why, but I'm not getting a really good lock on the 1.2 gigahertz downlink. The streaming is actually a little better picture with you tonight than the downlink, which is kind of unusual. That might be a result of the new receiver. I'm not sure. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know that, I don't have my transmitter antenna hooked up yet, so I can't put a signal out myself. Maybe I will next time around. I'll have that ready. But the LCD does work. I also got another two small monitors that I have not tested out yet, because as I said this morning, just working 50 and 60 hours a week really cuts into your social life. So anyway, if we're lacking any other topic, one thing I did this year was I was given a very large frozen turkey, and so after letting it thaw for some time in my refrigerator, I realized I had to do something with it. So next time around, I'll tell you how that went. If anybody else has frozen turkey stories for Thanksgiving, maybe you could share them on the net here if we don't have a more exciting topic. This is WW7N, back to net.
WW7N, Kilowatt 7 Hotel Yankee Bravo Net Control for the what's going on after Television Society Net. Is there anybody else that would like to check in at this time? Okay, well, we're lacking the two other video sources we have. 87ZYM and QKU. So, but Ron said that he would not probably make it tonight because he had a previous commitment. I guess he was going to a birthday party. I don't know how a birthday party could be more important than this, but then that's life. That's life. We all have to pay our price, I guess. Good evening, Ken. It's good to hear you, and good to hear James. And yeah, I don't have any frozen turkey stories, unfortunately. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I'm sure Ron or Dave would, because Dave loves to Dave loves to smoke stuff, and I imagine he's probably smoked his share of turkeys, or deep fried them, or broiled them, or whatever he does to them. Anyway, Bob, did you jump back in here? K9PQ, K7HYB. I must be the lone video source tonight. Okay. Well, and my signal, well, it's about average. It's just doing what it does on this path. The live return is lousy. I can't even make myself out. A little earlier it was pretty good. So, anybody got any good stories to tell? Sounds like we're lacking a little bit of discussion tonight to kind of fill you guys in today on the meeting. We did have quite a discussion about what our ideas were about the possibility of another ATV and Peter in Tacoma. It currently is really not in Tacoma, from the best information I have. And I discussed that with Ron and David today, for the drop-up here. The repeater is actually located on the South Hill, up above Puyallup, at a private individual's home. It's not located with other repeaters, and the discussion was possibly that the group in down in Tacoma and another club down there was talking about possibly picking it up if they could get some interest in it. I volunteered, now whether it'll come to that or not, I volunteered to go down and take a look at the equipment in place to evaluate whether it's even worth the time to put their time or our time into trying to put it on the air. So we're in it's a pretty fluid situation, and we're in the early stages of being able to do anything. No decisions have been made yet. The only real contact we've had was through Ron. He knows one of the fellows that belongs to one of the clubs down there that was talking about it. So there's a lot of things happening. Anyway, Jim, get well, and I'll pass it back to you. WB7VHN, K7HYB.
WB7BHN. Well, it would be nice if they had another repeater and another group got on the air. It'd be nice if we get some guys a little closer to me. You guys are a long ways away. I figured I wouldn't come up to the meetings all the time, but maybe a couple times a year I'll come up to one of your Saturday meetings. But it's just a little too bit of a ways to travel. I don't enjoy the driving, so I won't do it much, at least not this time of the year. In the summer when the weather's dry, it wouldn't be so bad and warm, but I got a little traffic getting home. It really wasn't too bad on a Saturday going up there and back. It could have been a lot worse. Going up was real easy, didn't have any traffic at all, but going back was a little bit slow. I had to take my grandson back up to Tacoma Wednesday, and I did that in the middle of the day and didn't hit any traffic at all to speak of, so that wasn't too bad of a trip either. But anything north of Olympia I try to avoid like the plague, because the traffic can be just awful from Olympia all the way up past Marysville into Arlington almost. You can sometimes take 3 or 4 hours if you got to go up to Everett or Marysville or something. It could take you 3 or 4 hours to get up there just one way. That's an awful long time to make a trip like that. But without list of complaints, I'll end up turning it back to NEP, WB7BHN.
WB7BHN in the group K7HYB. Well, yeah, I can understand your position there. I'm retired military, and I do try to take the opportunity every once in a while to I see him. James, you got it working. Hey, looking fine, man. I couldn't see on the live side, but I see on the streaming. It looks halfway decent, believe it or not. Oh, you got both ends going now. But so anyway, I have to. We make a trip down to Fort Lewis from Fort. Try to a couple of times a year to go down there and shop. They have the Fort Lewis Exchange down there. It's got some shirts that I like to buy. They're really good, and of course I don't have to pay any sales tax down there. They get a pretty good buy on a lot of stuff. So anyway, I understand what it's like to that DuPont area down there, headed toward Olympia. So I sympathize with you, believe me. And we've got James's signal coming up here. So we'll drop it in Ken's lap and see what he can do with it, and see what words of wisdom he may have for us, or challenges, or wherever it might be. And when we'll get James up here with this signal coming on, bye, looking solid. Back to you, down to you, Ken. K1KLZ, K7HYB.
Thanks, Gary. Yeah, about the only thing relevant I've got is somebody said something about smoking a turkey, and did that yesterday on a pellet grill, and turned out fine. And it's always hard to get some of that stuff going. Tried to do it in a barrel last year when it was 40-some degrees. Always takes longer, so things can dry out if you're not careful. Brined it first. That was good. That picture there looked pretty good. Gary, your picture actually was probably as good as I've ever seen it. Could make you out really well. And I don't recall the other call sign there because I was trying to multitask. It was looking pretty good. So, sorry I don't have a transmitter up. So, all right, I'm out before I get clipped by the alligators. W1 KLG.
W1 KLG, thanks for the input, Ken. Yeah, that was James that was talking about WW7N. He was the fellow that had they're got his back up again. I unkeyed my transmitter to give my 65 watt amplifier a little rest here. It tends to get a little warm when you're dissipating about 100 watts of power. Sounds like a light bulb. So, well, I'm glad my signal's holding out. I know the return on the live side coming in to me, is not very good at all. I've seen it a whole lot better. There must be something going on down there. Anyway, so we'll let James come up here and put his new bits worth in here, and maybe he can bring you up to date on his turkey method there. Down to you, James. W7NK7HYB.
Well, thank you, Gary. So is it down to 3 of us on the net tonight? Is that how many people? I thought we had 4 for some reason. We're not leaving somebody out, are we?
Well, there's 4 counting me. I heard Bob KNPQ at the top of the hour, and he must have got called away or something like that. So I would like to talk to him if he's listening. Anyway, let him know that I think I've got the problem for Ron solved, so that he can talk to he can have Lee's audio come through his 2-meter rig. So anyway, back to you. It's in your basket.
Okay, well, thank you. Well, for anyone watching on streaming internet tonight, by the way, you can just Google Western Washington Amateur Television Society. That's Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Just Google that. I find the Chrome browser works the best. There's a little bit of a delay as I can look over my shoulder at my computer and versus what's coming down real time off 1.2 gigahertz, but anybody can watch. So for those who haven't seen it before, there's my antenna, and I've got a down converter right here. It's a 80s plastic from TEC Electronics. And in the background there is the little liquid crystal display DVR, and as you can see, if you're watching streaming right now, you can see it has a little bit of a hard time locking up. Seems to stabilize. I'll have to look and see what that problem is. And here's a little power supply that in turn powers. See if we can do some movie magic here and show you the proper orientation. That's what a ATV transmitter looks like, analog ATV transmitter anyway. And outside right there's my antenna sitting on its high-tech mount. Okay, we got the camera straight there. You know, Bob, Dave is the cameraman there. And as you can see, for cooling, I'm using external cooling there to keep everything cool. So anyway, turkey stories. Well, this was the first time I ever had tried to cook a turkey in a civilized oven inside a house. Didn't know it would be so hard. I've cooked a lot of things in the outdoors before. The other option was a friend of mine, I think this was kind of on the order of a dare, had given me a super large pot in a propane burner, and I think you're supposed to fill it up with oil and put the turkey inside it. I didn't try and do that. I watched one of those fire safety videos that shows what happens when you put a frozen turkey in the oil after it's acquired a lot of heat, and of course it makes a big fiery inferno mess. So I used the conventional method, but because the turkey had been sitting in the refrigerator so long, I decided it was safest to overcook it a little bit. So it certainly came off the bones easily, and then with the carcass I made a super giant bowl of turkey stew. Well, anyway, usually when you bring up something like frozen turkeys or Thanksgiving dinners, you usually get a few good stories going around, but maybe there's just not enough people on the net tonight to get that thread going. So anyway, this is James at WW7ATS. Let me turn it back to net control, and I'll go ahead and turn my transmitter off and let you turn it on, because I think you and I are the only two that have a transmitter tonight.
Well, I think you got that one right. Let me put my call sign up here. This is K7 Hotel Yankee Bravo / AE for Amateur Extra. Hails Gary, Golf Alpha Romeo Yankee, and I'm the net control tonight for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. That on 14708. And we're the two of us that have video capacity tonight are transmitting on 434 megahertz into our repeater on Cougar Mountain, and it's coming back to anybody who has capacity to receive it on 1.25325 megahertz. And if you want to look at the streaming, what's actually going out on the video side, analog video side, you can go to WW7ATS with a Google search, and that'll take you to our website. And the website has a young lady sitting on the bench looking from West Seattle to the downtown. And over on the right side at the bar, just below her picture, there's a thing that says streaming, and you click on that, and you can actually see what's going into. That's actually the input signal that is streaming the input signal to the repeater. So if I look like I'm a little funny there with a lot of noise on me, that's probably because I'm 18 miles out. I don't have the strongest signal to put in here. Certainly not like James. James is only about 3 miles away. And our other two, the other two regular participants are not available this evening. So, anyway, let me take a break here and see if anybody else wants to check in, and or if anybody has a need for the immediate need for the repeater. K7HYB. Okay, the repeater had its say, I guess, and ID'd, and it's the bottom of the hour. Anybody else got any good stories to tell? We'll take one more go around and see what develops. Back to you, down to you, Jim. There, W7BHN, K7HYB.
Yeah, WB7BHN. Well, I'm having a little trouble with the streaming on the internet tonight. It's buffering an awful lot and stops and everything freezes, but I do get the couple of signals that we've got on there without much motion. It's about half of the motion that shows there, and the rest of the time it just freezes up and stays there until it gets some more buffering done. So there must be a bunch of people in the neighborhood on the internet tonight, and mine's working kind of slow, but it's working. It could be worse. I could have no internet at all. And it's got a pretty good picture there of somebody's monitor showing up on it now. But a little circle where it's buffering like mad. The darn thing is froze up again, but it's got a picture anyway, so something to look at. It'd be nice if I could get my antennas up high enough I could make it into the repeater from here, but I think I'd probably have to have a 200-foot tower, and I'm not about to buy that, so I guess we'll set up a portable setup of some sort, or maybe a digital. I thought about putting the digital repeater up, and I could drive up to where the Capitol Peak sat up there and put a digital repeater on the air for a couple hours at a time or something, So I might eventually do that. I'd have to buy a couple of fillers, bandpass fillers to go on it, and another transmitter and the amplifier anyway. I'd like to put a 10-watt amplifier on it because mine's only 6 watts. It tends to be a little better, but that's something to think about in the future. For that, we'll turn it back to the net. WB7DHN.
WB7DHN and the group K7HYB. Well, I understand that, and I really feel bad that I missed your situation there when you came up. It was unavoidable, unfortunately. It was unavoidable, unfortunately. But anyway, I took my transmitter off. The other signal you saw on the streaming there, Jim, was James WW7ATS. He's only about 3 miles from the repeater, and he was showing off his receiving chain combination. That was that TV set you saw sitting there. That was something that I dug up for him out here in Monroe at the Goodwill store, and it cost him almost $13. And on your agenda, I want to make a comment, James, when you get through chatting on your next comment. I have a little input for you on that. And Ken, your signal is really solid tonight. You were really scratchy last time you checked in, but you're really on it tonight. You must have pumped the power up or put an outside antenna up or something like that. So it's your turn. Go ahead and take it. W1KLG, K7HYB.
Thanks, Gary. Yeah, I was on a handheld last week because I couldn't get in, and I had forgotten about the email that we got sent with the different tones. So figured that out and got that straightened out. So now I'm on my main 2-meter radio. This is an older ICOM 208H, and it works pretty well. I don't have any complaints. I've made a lot of use out of it, and I use some W2ATS equalizer and an EQ plus. Probably not as useful here on 2 meters, but they're kind of handy. Got a Heil microphone here, the PR30. That's what I'm using currently. And that's got a diamond meter here to kind of keep track of things. And, various other stuff around here, but that's kind of the signal chain that I've got going on for right now. And I use the W2ATS mostly because I've got some background noise, and I live not too far from the airport, and also I have a big kind of ceiling-mounted heater here in the shop, so that kind of helps some of the background under control as I talk. That WW7N, that picture looks pretty good. Looking at it now, it's great, and the colors are coming through fairly well. So good deal there. All right, I'll turn it back over, and I'm working on a Fender 22-watt amplifier right now. It's a little blues amp, kind of cute looking blonde thing. It's pretty good. I got to buy it too. All right, W1KLG.
W1KLG, what are you doing biasing tubes? That went out before I retired from FEMA. That's been almost 20 years ago. I know, Ken. You do what you can with what you have. I've got boxes and boxes of junk out here myself, but I need to give away to another ham to fix, or give it to Goodwill, or just throw it in the dumpster, one or the other. I'm too damn cheap to do that, I guess. I think we're all that way to some degree. Yeah. So, well, on the side of make a comment there to Jim down in Rochester. Maybe something will come up with this thing with the other repeater. That would be a good deal. I don't know what our involvement is going to be, or whether we will be involved. So I think that's pretty well up in the air right now. We need to find out what we're dealing with and who we're dealing with and what the possibilities are. So anyway, long ways to go, like what Bob would say. We've got a lot of unanswered questions. And James, you're not looking bad tonight. And I'm going to make a comment on that TV set. What you might want to do is find a better regulated or regulate that power supply. Some of those blocking issues could be voltage. The power supply is being loaded down too much and kicking in an AC cycle every once in a while because it's not filtering it strong enough. I just want that as a test thing. What I do is I usually go in and if they don't have a regulator in them, I put a regulator in them. I break them open and install a regulator and higher filter capacitor so I get a pure DC. So you might want to consider that possibly. Or if you have another DC source there, maybe your power supply that you run your transmitter off of, or your receive converter possibly might do that. So anyway, I'll shift it over to you and let you have your say on that. And if we don't have any further traffic, maybe we'll consider calling a 73 round of the next go-round. Back to you, James, WW7N, K7HYB.
Well, Gary, thank you very much for that tip, because you could be absolutely right there. I noticed right now the picture seems to be synchronized and locked up pretty well. But yeah, maybe a regulated supply would polish that off a little bit. I'll have to play around with that. Anyway, yeah, thank you for running the net tonight. Appreciate the other gentlemen that joined us tonight. And you can see it doesn't take a huge amount of equipment to make this work, but I guess finding the equipment, or the hardest thing I suppose, is finding the crystals if you find old equipment. So anyway, with that, I guess we'll have to talk turkey some other evening. I guess I was the only one that had a turkey adventure this Thanksgiving. Something tells me if we get a larger group of people, we'll hear a lot of good stories with that topic. Gary, thanks again for returning the LCD monitor. It looks very cool. What a bargain. Thanks so much for thinking of me. I'll say 73 to you guys, and turn it back to net control. WU7N, clear for the night.
WU7N and the rest of that, K7HYB. Well, yeah, that was just a thought. Like I said, that's what I do on just about everything that I power from those old plug-in supplies. I make sure, number one, that they have the capacity to supply the current that the device requires without loading down and going into rippling. And generally, I try to buy a supply. If I need one amp, I try to find a 2 amp supply and regulate that. That's the way I do things. And I do almost all of my own here. I don't buy them off the shelf. I hardly ever use an off the shelf plug-in power supply. I'm almost always modifying. So anyway, and Ken, I wanted to comment on that Kyle mic that you've got there. It really reproduces your voice very well. Of course, I'm sure that the stuff that you have on the signal path on the audio side side probably has a lot to do with that too. But nevertheless, well, it looks like James is pan in his gear there. That must be your 5-volt source. There was the computer power supply or something like that. Anyway, but the bike does really well. I know my son's got one of those, that particular model, matter of fact. He's a Hornets caller and an Elvis tubularist, and that's one of his favorite mics. It's kind of flashy too because it's gold, of course, but but he happen to like that microphone for just performance and stuff like that. So we're at the bottom of the list, and I think James has already dumped his K73s on us here. So I'll slip it down to Jim in Rochester. He can put his ties on it and make any comments he wants to. And then we'll move it up the list, and we'll close it off here in about 10 minutes. Back to you there, Jim, WB7BHN, K7HYB.
Yeah, WB7BHN, and I don't have much more other than to say 73s to everybody. And maybe in a few months we'll come back up to another one of the meetings when it gets a little warmer. It won't be very long, and we'll turn the corner, be past the first of the year, and then I start getting excited about spring showing up. So I'm looking forward to getting Christmas and New Year's out of the way and headed to spring. 73s, everybody. We'll catch you next time. WB7BHN.
WB7BHN, K7HYB. Your turn, Ken. How about it?
Okay. I think if he's got a gold mic, it might be the PR40. Those are real nice. They're a slight step up from this one. As they go a little bit lower in frequency. The reason I didn't choose the PR40 was to keep the low-end rumble out of things, especially with the airplanes and stuff going over some of my desk noise, etc. But both, it really turned out to be good dynamic mics. I had been using a condenser prior to that for something, and it just kind of was a little too, you could hear every little thing. And I was kind of used to something like a Shure microphone or whatever, and I got one of these, this Heil, and I tried one of their ICM, which is specifically for Nikon radio. I really liked it. It was fine, and then I just wanted something with a little more, I don't know, just kind of a little smoother overall. And this one has worked out really well for me. I'm pretty happy with it, so I appreciate the feedback on that, on how it's sounding out there, because I got a lot of knobs and switches here to mess with, and every once in a while I wonder if I don't hit one on accident. The Fender Supersonic 22 I'm working on, a lot of blues players, a lot of guitar players out there still love the tube amps. So some are self-biasing, whatever circuits in there, but some of them are not, like this one. And I'm changing out the tubes for a different type. They're still 66s, but they're a different brand. So I want to make sure that I get the bias at least where it should be. And great sounding little amplifier. It's everything I needed. I used to have a bigger one, and it was just way too much for what I needed. And this one is wonderful. Single 12-inch with lots of features for getting a pretty wide range of sounds without having to add a bunch of pedals. So enjoying that a lot. All right. Well, I think we're just about out of here. So everybody have a good night. Thanks, Gary, for taking over. Appreciate it. Good to hear you. And see you guys later. W1KLG.
W1KLG, K7HYB. It's good to have you back, Ken. Nice to hear you. And I hope everything goes well for you and for what's going on. Just as a matter of note, we don't have any information on what's going out as far as channel is concerned. We discussed that slightly today, but no great details. Probably nothing before the first of the year at the very earliest. So, anyhow, that's where we're at. Well, I think we've reached the bottom of the list. And, yeah, his is, like I said, his goal. And because he wanted to flash for his performance and stuff like that. I think he also wanted the low end, too. He has a very full voice. And has, I personally think he has a better range than Elvis ever did. But then, that's a personal thing. One of these days when the signal gets good enough into the repeater, I'll play one of his performances that I have stored on my phone here, and you can see what's going on. Anyway, anything else for the net tonight? Anybody got any inputs? Sad stories, good stories, bad stories, or maybe you got nothing to say at all? K-17 Quibby. Well, all I hear is silence. That's maybe a good thing. I'm going to play around with the repeater a little bit here. Turn on some of the inputs while the stream is on too, so I can see really what it looks like. I can't tell from here on the live return because it's very poor. So I will close the net at 8:50. I want to thank you all for participating. I hope somebody out there found something interesting to get into. We do this every Wednesday night and Saturday night from 8 till 9 on this frequency, 147.080 with a positive offset. And if you need any information, you can go to our website, WW7ATS works too, but W7ATS will take you to our website. You see all kinds of information about what the group is all about, and what we do. We're currently doing analog TV. We're talking about possibly upgrading to a digital input also, if we can work that out. And by the way, Jim in Rochester, if you hang on a minute after this close, I'd like to chat with you. So with that, I'll close the net. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel Yankee Bravo. Acting net control for the Western Washington Emerson Zone. Saying good evening to you, and thanks to the repeater maintenance guys for keeping this machine up so that we can use it for our audio section of the net every night. Good night all, and we'll see you later.
Thank you for taking the net, Gary, WW7ATS. Good night.
You too, James. Jim, are you still there? All I heard was a noise. Okay? I'll take it that Jim is not there. This is K7HYB. I'm monitoring this frequency, and I'll also be monitoring the output of the ATV repeater.